Garima is the first time joining this time. Ramona, how are you doing? You are not feeling well?
Yes, good, thanks, yourself. Not the best.
All right. Okay, so first of all, Mukta is doing amazing work. Mukta, you are here now?
Hi, hello everyone. Yes,
So Mukta is अपना वीडियो तो ऑन कर सबको शक्ल तो जरा. Mukta is doing
not
amazing
in
work.
presentable condition right now.
Oh, so she has just done some corporate training also, residential in Rishikesh. अच्छी अच्छी खासी प्रेजेंटेबल तो है तो क्या दिक्कत है. And the thing is that this is something wonderful because she is doing amazing retreats and programs. It is all about trusting yourself and taking that leap, and she has taken that, and it's going good with, and I'm very very happy with this. And of course, there is no doubt that she does good job because she has been doing it for so many years now, uh, and also has repeated training so many times that each word of the training is kind of imprinted in her. So this is something wonderful. All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah. So how is your experience or what did you do? Just share it with the Sangha first.
What did I just do?
Yeah, just the recent training which you did.
The recent trainings of mine include a Vipassana retreat. It was just one day of retreat. It was with a couple from London. And to my surprise, they requested Vipassana, so I presumed that they are seasoned meditators. But to my surprise, they were very new meditators. And it was their first session. And Vipassana is a tough job because it involves silence. So I took a safe turn and I designed meditation around breath work and body scan while keeping it aligned with Vipassana. And it went well. They were very relaxed. I received positive reviews, and then the entire month of January was consumed with the New Year meditation challenge that I did with Karen, who is also part of the Sangha. She's also doing an amazing job, and yeah, the entire January was filled with that, recording that feedback, and with that, we also experimented a lot. It was just not guided meditations, but also introduced techniques like only standing meditation, tapping, imagery, and what. So it was just a filled week. Those are recent, and now we're gearing up for February. I don't know what's that going to look like.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what about other corporate training you did, like five, six people, something?
Oh, that was I think you're referring to the Instagram post of
Yeah.
mine. That was when I was still working with Soulversity. So
Acha,
that
it
was a
was the
throwback
old one.
session.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes,
okay, okay.
yes.
Okay, okay.
Uh, yeah, that went well too. I remember it clearly. When
Right.
those people came in, they were very like they had this shell around them of being very strict and very like they would just follow a script. Like in 30 minutes we have to do this and that and that. But after the end of the day, they were very relaxed. It went well.
Wonderful. You see, so the thing is that this is something, a very simple and amazing example that you don't really need to wait for feeling 100% prepared or being perfect in delivering. You just need to start. Because as we learn in the training, and again, I tell you that we are not the doer, we are the channels. Let the divine decide, let the universe decide how it wants to use you. And if someday it would want you to fail, so be it. That's not the failure of you as a human, but that's just another learning step for you so that you can shine much better manner. All right. So when you are working with the pure intention of sharing, it does good always. There is no exception to that because your sharing reaches the other person and produces the result by your pure intention and not with your performance pressure. Even with your performance pressure, you can try arranging many things amazingly, but you will still be under pressure whether it's going good or not. But when you just flow as a channel, it goes good anyway. We already have been experiencing it. In fact, everybody of you guys have been experiencing it. And of course, in our training also, you see how simply we just flow. We don't really care about the perfect, because what happens with each individual inside is actually perfect for you. There cannot be a common perfect for everybody, right? So, and also, as I always push you guys to be more and more experimental. In fact, Manita has just posted this one of the quote of mine 2 days ago only about the being experimental. Is just think about crazy ideas, do different things. For example, Karin and Mukta just did this 21 days challenge in the new year. It was such an amazing experiment, a new kind of design, a new kind of approach, which is so good. So just do it, right? And when you experiment, then only you will know that how it is reaching to people, and it's very simple. 20 exactly in 2004, 22 years ago, one of my mentor of that time, he told me, I was talking about numbers that time, that how many people I would reach if I do this activity or that. Then he said that you don't need to count the heads. All you need to count is just one transformed soul. If that happens, you are done. So you don't really need to count how many heads were there. What you need to definitely count for only one transformed soul. If some even single person can get transformed or can get onto the path of what you are doing, is worth it. Don't think more about it. And that became my key of my sharing over all these years. And you all know this now, right? In fact, since Mukta worked with me for 3 years and she has seen so many situations keep coming and going, and how we go through everything. We have actually done classes with one person, and in some classes there was no space left, and we had to deny people also. So like it was whole was full with 24, 25 people, and we could not then accept more people. So every time it changes, but one thing was always constant, and in every time some or the other new drama happens. You cannot stop it. And if you think, oh, everything should go perfect and no drama should happen, no problem should happen, it never works like this. Life doesn't work like this. So we just remain open about everything, and we just keep our intent clear, our sharing pure, and in the end, each activity produces amazing result. There were definitely many, many transformed souls after every single activity. And this now I'm teaching for more than 22 years. So I'm telling in last 22 years, each activity ever I did, in fact, one single Zoom call always had some transformed souls in the end. And this is all we need, right? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody wants to share anything? Dina is gone where? Dina, you're gone? Okay. If anybody has any question or want to share anything about this, Alpna, how are your classes going on? Unmute yourself.
Uh, Hello, sir. This time I don't have any class here due to my health is not good, so that's why they haven't given any class.
Okay.
So
What
maybe
was it?
from
What was
March.
your experience in the last batch?
was amazing. I mean, people are really excited to do new meditation because in Rishikesh, people are doing just sitting meditation only, and they are not getting much. So every time I introduce new meditation to others, they are really excited to do so. It was really amazing journey for me as well.
Okay, so you call me later. Tell me what is happening with your health, right? We talk.
Yes, definitely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good. All right. Now coming back to today's topic, the energy dynamics in the relationship. Anybody has any question about it? Anybody wants to ask any question?
Hey Dev, this is
Hey,
Joseph.
Joseph. Yep.
Hi.
Tell me. Switch on your video. I want to see you.
Give me 1 second. Here we go. There we go.
You know, these are my unpresentable people. Such amazing faces. Why you kind of hide yourself, huh?
We were shy today.
Hmm.
Kind of in line with what you were talking about transforming people. So since we did the training, I don't know, inside of me, I've always felt like I want to share a lot of this with my family, specifically with my parents, and the need to, I don't know, somehow try to help them. But I feel like it's kind of like an upwards battle because I think it's one thing like you try to pass this on to a complete stranger that willingly signs up for something. But when you're dealing with your family, it's like you are battling the message and the messenger in a way, right? So I don't know if you have any input on, sharing this knowledge with those who we love most, but are also probably those who will be the most critical of us or yeah.
Yes, so basically, their right to be critical about you is their biggest block because that stops them from surrendering. And this is the fact of life. Your family people, your parents, your closest one will not learn from you
Mm.
with your knowledge. They will learn to you, they will learn from you, from your example. Once you become the example to them, it will take time once they see the changes inside you. And then when they want to feel motivated from that change, only then. And for that small period of time, they will feel more motivated. But they will never be kind of taking you as a mentor because for that, they have to come out of their role play and sign up or show the willingness for progression. And this is the irony. This is how it happens. Buddha's father was not a Buddha. Nanak's father was not like Nanak. It was always like this. Right? Even at my home or among my friend circle or my relationships, I never tried to teach or preach anybody in the entire all these years of my teaching. I never tried to teach them anything. And then some of the people who were trying to awaken, they somehow started coming to me, visiting me, but not during the training, but like, oh, you are there, we just want to come for 2 days, like this. And then sometimes they come for the training.
Gotcha.
And this is how it happens because, for example, I mean, of course, my sister was with your batch, right? She was also not doing my training for so long time. Okay, so this is how it works. Though she was doing many things and also online, but she never kind of give it that priority that because she was living in London, so that she has to come on those training days and just to attend it physically. Well, she always knew how important it is. And I was always their mentor since childhood, and they know that. Of course, they also ask me whenever they need to. But to do the transformation journey in a proper structured manner, in a dedicated manner, is a complete different thing.
Yeah.
Just asking for help or suggestion or some guidance here and there is still okay. But doing a complete transformation journey in a structured manner, looking up to you or to the person who is part of the family as your mentor is a big thing. Because transformation requires surrender. Surrender needs two things. Either it needs some kind of madness and inner connection, or love, because on love you can surrender, on some madness about love you can surrender, or it needed some proof. It needs some proof, then only you can surrender. For example, in your time also for 100 hour you guys have to go to hospitals and something, but in 200 hour more surrender came in. Now you are repeating, your more surrender is coming, right? Because you are getting proof and proof and proof.
Yeah.
You see, so surrender can happen only two ways. One, either it gets some proof, and that is why I said that your family people, they know your inside out. Even Buddha would throw up sometime because he is, of course, a body and human. Buddha is not always like in his idols, right? He would also maybe snore sometime or sneeze sometime, you know. So the people who live too close to you and see all your human sides, all your human weaknesses, it's really difficult for them to look up to you as a mentor until unless they see a proof when you become an example to them about something where they feel that they are not capable and you are handling that well. So it's a proof which generates some level of surrender inside them, right?
Exactly.
But outside people who are not too close to you, they they use the mixture of the things. They use their own madness, that oh, I am a seeker and I want to seek the answer, and this guy, it feels is knows something and is giving me some answer, maybe not complete but some. So yeah, it's good, let me just give my time to this. So they have their own madness, their own surrender to their own seeking, and then they are ready to love somebody who can give them a path. It's a new love. A new love has new surrender. Old love, you know when when you start to date each other, you are more excited about each other, you ignore so many shortcomings into each other. But when the love grows old, you know everything. You say, don't tell me you also do this. No, like that you don't ignore, because new love has new surrender. Family people have old love, so no new surrender. They will only go by proof. But new people will go by these things. Plus, if they start getting proof, they will start getting more and more surrender. And then they can learn more and more better from you. And this is how it works. So, no need to feel frustrated about that. No need to push your family people because you may just create a gap. Just remain humble and simple that you were as you were. And let them see you as a transformed person by their own experience rather than telling them your knowledge. It will not work. There is no hurry. Let's be patient. And anyway, we discussed this during the training that we need to work with those who are trying to wake up. We don't need to go disturb those who are sleeping comfortably. Right? So it's hard to understand, but yes, it can be your family people who like to sleep. Why not? So on the soul level, if you realize, and that's what the play of the consciousness is, that we are all one. Vasudev Kutumbakam, we say in Sanskrit. This means that the entire world is my family. And that's why we say this, we call it Sangha, soul family. Because we can understand each other, we can connect with each other, we know we are on the same path. Right? So for us, those souls are more valuable who are trying to be awake, who can surrender, who are ready to learn, and where you can share and spread some light. because it's not only about them, it's also about you. If they give you the opportunity to spread the light and they receive your light, they are able to receive your light, the light through you genuinely, this enhances you also. This fulfills your purpose of sharing and being also, right? So we must not focus on our attachments that, oh, I would like to transform everybody. Of course, because once you got something beautiful, you would like to share it with the people you love. But if you are forcing the growth to anybody, that's also a violence for them. You understand? If they don't want to grow, you cannot force the growth. Probably their growth has been journey is different than yours. Probably you will keep feeling that, oh, they are sleeping, but one day suddenly they will take a jump. You never know. They are sleeping or they are preparing. Yeah?
Yeah.
But understand, if a soul has a compulsion to grow, that's not the freedom of the soul. The freedom of the soul is that soul can choose to ruin this lifetime also. It's hard to understand, but that's the fact. What we can do best is we can, by becoming an example, can keep motivating the souls to wake up. And then they would know that, okay, these guys are there as my Kalyan Mitra, as my beautiful soul friends who will be able to guide me or help me when I need them. But you have to be patient and easy with this situation. And that's part of your growth. Yeah?
Yep. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. Any other question? Tina, you're back. I was missing you. I don't know where you went.
I miss you too. I'm actually in the airport now, but I was like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna attend.
Good.
So thank you. Thank you for your session. They're incredible.
Wonderful. All right. Okay, any other question? All right. So, let's talk about relationship. Well, how it happens that this question came to me by somebody who is very spiritual soul, my student, very dear and very profound one. And she asked me about that she feels lonely sometime. And spiritually, is it okay or not? Because she was kind of thinking or was in dilemma that if I am a meditator, if I'm a spiritual, and if I realize that I am complete in myself, still, why do I feel lonely? Or if I do, is it wrong or is it okay? And this is a very valid question. And I just told her, yeah, keep feeling lonely. What is the problem? It's also a freedom of the spirit that it can feel lonely. As I just said, that if it is a compulsion of the soul that you should not feel this, then it's not freedom of the soul. But this, what would be then difference of feeling lonely by a spiritual person, a meditator, and somebody who is not realized himself or not spiritual? That this feeling of loneliness will convert into many other red zone feelings, right? Those negative feelings, because the entire trail will come. While a spiritual person can just feel lonely and can remain only on the feeling lonely level, and this also can become the motivation for that person. How it can become the motivation? That the person can feel that I have more energy to share, I want to share, I need somebody, and then it can be more connected. because many people when they do their spiritual journey, they kind of create their own cocoon and become disconnected from the world. They become disconnected from their own emotions. They become disconnected from their own simple human abilities and simple human traits. And being spiritual is not about that. When you are truly spiritual, you actually become more sensitive. You become more aware about those things. So what happens that when you are spiritual, when you realize your consciousness, when you know that there is something bigger inside you and you are complete in yourself, that is your Chaitanya Jagat. In Sanskrit we have different realms. So Chaitanya Jagat, then Bhav Jagat, then Vichar Jagat. This means the consciousness realm of your being, the emotional realm of your being, the mental or the thought realm of your being. Right. When a person becomes spiritual, and as we understand during our training also, that when we transform from inside, we start living a life which is inside out and not outside in. We also take this approach in our training. We learn everything from inside out. So when you start to live a life which is kind of inside out, your power of the soul starts to shine in your physical life. Physical life is part of the matrix. You all understand this. But deep inside, when your soul is shining its light, it has to shine it through what is already part of the matrix. So then comes the other layers, the outer layers. As we already learned, the emotional layer, the mental layer, and the physical layer. Because expression of our inner light has to be done through these layers only. Right? Now what happens that when you become spiritual, when you have more light inside you to share, you actually become much more sensitive on all the layers, on all the levels. You will become more sensitive on emotional levels, you will become more sensitive on your thought level, your mental level, and also your physical body will become also more sensitive. This happens. Already you guys are feeling it, right? Let's focus on the emotional self right now. So once you are spiritual, you are emotionally more sensitive, and inside you feel more love. And now your mind or your thoughts are not giving you a block that, oh, you should not give love to them, or you should hate them, or you should discriminate with them, or you should judge them, or they are not good people, they are not good. Well, you are like clean. You are like, man, no, I don't want to hate anybody. Everybody is good the way they are. Or everybody is what they are. In suchness we understand that we accept everything. So the flow of love automatically starts to become free from all the blockages, which normally for normal human being, the mind keeps providing the blockages. And that is what helps you tame your flow of love inside you. But once you become spiritual, you become clean, you become purified, you become free flowing. And then you start to feel that I need to share more love. And if you are not occupied well enough in sharing, you start to feel more lonely or something where you need to share. Now this loneliness, and when you're spiritual, and this loneliness also not really needing only a romantic connection or a romantic relationship, but somebody where you can share. It can be with your family, friends, siblings, students. And this is what happens. That's exactly why when Buddha got enlightened, He kept on traveling the whole of his life, going from places to places, meeting so many people. Why? What was the need? Because there was a need. He could not stay at one place. He needed to share. Probably he felt lonely, but not as if he needed somebody to come and complete him, but that he need to share so much of energy which he has. Right? So that's another level or part of or understanding of loneliness. That not needing somebody to come to complete you, but because you have so much to share, so much energy, what would you do? You have to go, you have to connect with people, and you have to share. And that's exactly why all the enlightened masters did the whole of their life. Jesus kept on meeting and traveling the whole life. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, after getting enlightened, he did such amazing 4 huge journeys to on the foot to thousands of miles, meeting so many people. Why? You can say that, oh, once you got enlightened, you have all the peace, now you can just sit in silence and do nothing. No. If you are emotionally sensitive and if you are from a path of, there have been people who can just sit in silence at one place, they did not travel. But those people who have so much of love, or suddenly they realize that they have this amazing capacity of love or sharing of love, they could not stay at one place. They had to go, they had to reach out to people, they had to share. And this happens, this becomes a compulsion, and it's a amazing, a beautiful compulsion. Because of this, you get so much of motivation and so much of energy to keep sharing the life. And no problem can stop you or block you. No fear, no insecurity, nothing. Because you share from a very different space. And for spiritual people, this becomes the most profound and productive way to share or to remove the loneliness. Of course, being open for romantic relationship also if somebody doesn't have it, or recreate a new romantic relationship with your existing partner if he is already there. Why to do read ABCD from the beginning, right? Somebody is already trained. Let's create a new energy with the same person. Why not? But the question was that, is feeling lonely bad? No, it is not. Because it is coming from your urge, your compulsion of sharing your love and light within you. So you don't need to feel guilty about that. In fact, it is just an indication that you will not be able to hold this love and light all to yourself for a long time. You have to prepare the platform to share them. And I love this because this is ultimately I want all of you guys to do, you know, to keep sharing the love and light in the world. We need so many people. That's what you learned with me, and that's what you need to do. Right? Yes, Dina.
I love what you're saying, and it resonates so much because in my spiritual journey, what happened was I felt more and more different than people, and I started to cocoon and feel the love inside of me and the spirituality. And then I did get a lot of moments where I felt lonely, like several of you are mentioning. And then what happens is that when I'm giving the love or providing something, which is every now and then, I don't do it frequently. Like you said, the loneliness showed me that I need to be out there. So when I'm in the state of flow, it's a huge contrast. So it reminds me of the loneliness, or that feeling reminds me of the other contrasting feeling of when I give. It's incredible. And the strange thing is that I usually meet is that when I'm feeling those very inward emotions and maybe a bit of loneliness, I feel like I'm not ready, or I'm not in a space to connect with other people, so it's not the time. And then something happens and someone invites me to whatever, to hold a workshop, and then I'm like, oh, oh my God. And I think what happens is that because the love is overflowing, and if I keep it inside of me, I don't want to say it becomes toxic, but it's like it's too much for me to keep by myself, and it needs to overflow no matter how, introverted I feel or anything. It's not meant to be, and it just expands and expands. So yeah, just wanted to share that.
Very good, wonderful. Yes, this is what happens. And then what happens that when you are spiritual, when you are a meditator, when you are living a life from inside out, your inner beauty, love, and light is reaching your emotional layer, and then it wants to spread from there to the world. It's like with open arms, you are ready to accept, you are ready to flow through people, and you are not trying to change them but trying to just love them and support them in a very deep compassion way, rather than trying to tell them what is wrong and what is right in them. No, because there is a very beautiful understanding which I have, that if you cannot accept anybody the way they are, if you cannot love anybody, you don't have any right to judge them. If you can love them, then you can analyze them and you can tell them what is wrong or right with them. But if you cannot love them, you have actually no right to judge them or to say what is right or wrong in them, because that is where we make the mistake. Now this happens from the level of vichar jagat, the thought realm. So the normal people, the non-meditators, they live from outside in. So they try to deal everybody with the thought world, with the thought realm. That is the way the thought realm works, is the vichara jagat works, is to occupy everybody and try to deal with them the way you want to deal with them, or occupy everybody and try to align them according to your wishes. This is the approach of vichara jagat, of the thought mindset, the thought based life. The feeling based life, which is coming from inside, from your soul level light, gives you the expansion, it gives you the acceptance. It wants to spread the love from inside to out and not occupy everybody and create their own, system. It accepts everybody, it wants to share, and it remains pure because you are not trying to change them in first step. You are just accepting them, you are loving them, and you are sharing what works for you. You are sharing your experience, but not necessarily telling them to do the same. And this is huge power, that when you say that I propose that I have done this, maybe experiment. If it works, it works. Otherwise, you will find something else. It makes more sense to the person who is listening to this, rather than when you go to the person and say, hey, you are doing this wrong, you don't need to do like this, you have to do it like this. The entire world does that. And that is why when people need to do that, when people need to occupy other person's mind or other person's life, they have to give them logic and support of so many religion scriptures, or on the name of religion, on the name of laws, on the name of government, on the name of national pride, on the name of family pride, on the name of caste, on the name of all the nonsense discriminatory things. You try to validate your mental approach. That's what happens in the world, and that is why anytime any new school of thought comes, it is always against something. It is not coming to create a harmony between different things. It comes as against something, and that is why the world is in big mess, and it is becoming more and more and more divided. And only thing which unites people not from inside but from outside, is fear and force. Is it a good world? Nobody would like to live here like this. The beautiful world of the soul is when a person has a freedom and acceptance of being whatever that person is. And the approach, the connection between each other is based on harmony and love and acceptance and compassion, which does not need any other validation of religion or law or nationality or this or that. And that is why, if you want to become free from all that outer tantrums and blocks from your mind, or whatever is being filled in your mind since your childhood, name of religion or nationality or whatever thing which actually separates one person from another, the fastest way is to live the inside out approach, to live the inside life, to be so loving, compassionate, accepting from your heart level, that rather than trying to change the person, first try to love the person. And in that love, the person might just change. But if you try to change the person essentially directly without loving the person, what essentially you do, you create a struggle. You initiating a struggle. The moment you are connecting with anybody, you are connecting with the struggle. And struggle converts into a fight. It converts into energy leakage. It converts into many different separations. It creates separation. It creates duality. It creates complex situation, and that's what empowers matrix. But when you you start to feel it from inside, and with so much of your inner transformation, that I can just love everyone, you will feel so free, you will feel so empowered, you will feel so it, that nothing else is required to validate it. You know it. And then when you will deal with people, you will see it's completely different. It's magical. And the way people start to behave back with you will also become a magic. Because everybody has a soul. And if you will deal from your soul, their soul will receive it. If you will deal from your mind, their mind will receive it. In 300 hour, we talk about this person and that person. It is all about that how this complex situation can be converted into simple, loving, harmonic life and arrangement just by living a conscious life and not doubting your pure feelings. Yes, you should doubt your hatred. That, oh, I'm feeling hate. Is it spiritual or not? No, it is not. Feeling lonely essentially brings you the connection, or it's the urge to connect with somebody. It's beautiful. I like it. I like connection all the time. Yeah? So this is how we need to take it on the name of being spiritual. Why I have wanted to take this subject today, because the problem is that on the name of spirituality there are so much of stupid information available there in the world, and most of this information or this so-called spiritual traits are very discriminatory. They disconnect you from the rest of the world. And that itself is non-spiritual. Right? So we must, all of you, remain aware of these kind of traits or thoughts inside you in conscious living. Again, what we learned the first day, first formula, simple, pure, divine. That solves everything. It all comes back to that. Keep understanding and checking yourself. Are you still simple? Are you still pure? You're already divine. Yeah? Yes, Faith.
Hi, Dave. I just everything you're saying absolutely resonates. But I've been this week or the last couple of weeks watching the the Walk for Peace in the United States. I don't know if anyone else has been watching it, but I mean, that is like a really pure manifestation of that simple, pure divine, but also that they're just walking with compassion, with love, and
Yes,
that's attracting all of this beautiful energy
yes,
and all these people to join them. And I think that's quite a good way of seeing it. In a way, it's like you just stay in that space that is really as pure as it can be, as compassionate as it can be, and then people will follow.
yes.
People will. Anyway, it's been a beautiful thing to watch in this mad world. It's been.
Exactly. And in fact, of course, as I said, that everybody carries a soul. And if your soul is doing something pure, all the other souls who are around you and who can sense that purity will love to participate in that, will love to connect with that purity. Because even if people know it or don't know it, in their functional mindset, their soul, everybody's soul crave for purity and love. It is that. There is no other exception to that because that's the basic nature of the soul. Sometimes those souls are so much caged in the bondage mindset, in the caged mindset, that it is not even able to recognize what it is longing for. And then lots of outside noise. Also it depends on the age because everybody go through that cycle, because you really need to go through that cycle. Everybody must go through that cycle so that you know what you don't need in life. So before you come to know what you actually need in life, you must learn what you don't need. What is a complete no? Before you can recognize the light in its all glory, you must learn to recognize the darkness. So that later on the darkness cannot come and contaminate your light. If you recognize the darkness and you know that you don't need that, you only can you maintain the purity and glory of light. Right? So such heartful efforts, such simple efforts are amazing, and that's what I say, that anywhere you guys are, just keep doing these. Any simple thing. We need to make two souls smile every single day. One of somebody else without needing anything in return from that soul. Another your own. That is the rule. Every single day achieve this, you will see how the magic is changing your life, how your sleep is becoming better, how your physical body will becoming more healthy, how you are already flying and jumping. If we just follow this simple formula, that minimum two souls I have to make smile today. One is mine, no escape for that. And another one is somebody with whom I don't need anything in return. I mean, it can be a family member, but for that particular thing, what you are doing for that person, you don't need anything in return. Not even a simple thanks. You don't need it. If they give, it's okay. But you don't need that. You don't need any appreciation. You don't need any return. You don't need any acknowledgement. You are free because you are just doing it for the joy of your own sharing. And then if there are more souls you are making smile every day, wonderful. Yeah. So this is how we need to work and live. All right. Anybody wants to say anything on this? Yes, Garima, you are our first timer. Please tell something.
Yes. Hi, everyone. This is my first time joining the session, and I've not done the program yet. But thank you so much, Dave, for inviting me to attend the session. I think a lot of things that you said resonated with me, and I think it was something that I needed to know at this point. So it was like an eye-opening session. So thank you so much for it.
So Garima and her husband both are already booked for the March training and they're going to come. So she just wanted to do some meditation to prepare herself better before coming to the training. And I thought it's such a beautiful thing she said and asked me. So I said, okay, just come to the session first and then we will give the meditation. And she is also feeling this longing of transforming her life and changing the career because she's been working with corporate and now she has left it and she wants to help people, help herself first and then help people. And so good, huh? All many of, I mean, what you are going through right now, many people here, they have already crossed that period. Yeah, it's you are actually connected here with lots of your future self sitting here.
And
Many
that's
people are
great
there.
to know. That's
Yeah,
great to know.
many ex people are there. Good. All right. So let's do some meditation. Anybody has any other question? Okay. Let's do some meditation. Okay, close your eyes. Sit relaxed. Place your right hand on your heart chakra, center of the chest. Keep your left palm, left hand on your knee or on your lap. Palm open, facing upwards. Start breathing through your mouth. Inhale through mouth, exhale through mouth. Feel as if when you are exhaling, your breath is going through your heart chakra and activating your heart chakra. Now feel that you are sitting in a room filled with few of your most dear and near ones. Your partner, your family, your love, whomsoever you cannot live without, or you are connected in the most profound manner. Feel that you are sitting with them in this meditation, and they are also meditating with you in the similar position. Just visualize or intend Now feel that you have opened your eyes and everybody has opened their eyes and you are looking into each other's eyes, smiling at each other. And within yourself, you just say to them, I accept and love you before I judge you. You're saying it to each person, and each person saying back to you that I hear you. Repeat in yourself, I accept and love you before I judge you. Keep feeling this deep in your heart. And now know deep inside you that you will live this, you will practice this with everybody you meet. I accept and love you before I judge you. Let it go deep in your heart chakra. Let it become the way for you to connect with the people, known or unknown. If any thought comes, just come back to the same feeling. I accept and love you before I judge you. Now slowly place your second hand, your left hand also above your right hand. And feeling this, just bow down and slowly come back. Feeling and absorbing, I accept and love you before I judge you. Take a deep breath. Slowly rub your hands. Place them on your eyes. Open your eyes. and rub the hands back on your face and on your body. Come back with a smile. Namaste. Everybody's okay? Now, use this mantra as your homework. From now, right away, just try it with people you deal and connect with. Or tomorrow, when you go to your work, see how it starts to change you. Within a week, you will see some deep magic happening inside you. If you just try it for 1 week, and don't worry how much you are able to do it. It takes time to create the alignment, but doesn't matter, it will come. You do your job. How much is happening? Leave the result. You keep doing your job. Right? Great. Okay, let's keep doing some good work. Keep spreading love and light. Keep living the conscious life. And see you next time. Yeah? Let's have our hug. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.